Officer Doobie, and I'm a police officer in Salem. I'd like to talk a little bit this morning about what most police officers spend their 8 hours a day, and that's the police cruiser. I'm going to show you what we can do. Well, I just have a few minutes to show you what we do in a normal 8-hour day. First of all, the cruiser was a 1976 Ford four-door sedan. It's equipped with a 460 cubic inch engine, and it's known as a what they call the police package. We order it right from the company called the police package. All that means is that it's equipped with all heavy-duty suspension, shocks. Everything is heavy-duty in it. They're on the road 24 hours a day and running most of the time. The running miles, we put about 85 to 90,000 miles a year on the cruiser. And we get rid of them every year. They last a year and we trade them in for new. To show you inside the vehicle. Inside it's a regular standard vehicle. We have a radio here, a transmitter and receiver. You can transmit through this speaker here, and the receiver is right inside the glove compartment there. That's how we hear all the calls. We have a 4-channel radio here. We can talk to the state police, the Sheriff's Department located in Exeter. The third one is car to car. And the fourth van, we can talk directly from the car back to the Salem Police Station. By pushing that button up, we can monitor all the state police calls. Okay, over here is our selector box here. This switch here, if we have to step out of the vehicle, like say we stop a car for some offense, we want to hear the radio, so we get out of the car, we just switch this up, and this puts a PA system on so we can hear all the calls while we're out of the car. This light here lights the blue lights on the roof of the vehicle. Okay? Okay, this second light here is called wigwags. All this does is put the headlights on and makes them flash. From the left light to the right light, back and forth. I like the wigwag. This light here is called the alley light. It's used mainly for the officers that work nights. Instead of going to using the spotlight here, what they can do if they go into an alleyway, they can just hit this switch here and it turns this alley light on the roof here. If you push it to the left, it lights up that side. If you push it to the right, it'll light up the right arm. Okay. We also have a desk here. It's a little desk, a writing pad, so we can write up summonses and take down information that's given us over the radio. The dispatch will give us information on maybe a stolen car or a wanted person. We can just grab it down here. Also, it opens up the room inside for extra summonses and traffic citations. That's the paper. Also, every officer is issued a portable radio. These again are 4-band portable radios. Get out of the car, you have to run in the woods or run into a building. Take this portable with you. You can always have communications back to the station. Okay, also on the selector box up here, you've got a switch for the trunk. If we go to an accident scene, you don't have to shut down the vehicle and take the key out and run back to the trunk and open it. You can just push this button and it automatically springs open the trunk. Okay, we can get out then. The trunk is open. In the rear of the trunk we have just some emergency items that we might have to use in an accident scene. We have got a measuring tape. This is used mainly for measuring skid marks, brake marks, places where debris is from an accident scene. We have a marking crayon. This is in case if we get a bad accident on Route 28, say, where there's a lot of traffic. We don't want to leave that vehicle sitting there all day tying up traffic. So what we do, we'll mark off the position of all four wheels on the car. We'll know where it was, and then we can have the vehicle towed, thereby enabling the traffic to move on, keeping the highway clear and open. So we can get back and measure it later. We also have flares. Everybody's familiar with the flares. In case of an accident at nighttime or in the daytime, you just take one of these flares, stick it in the ground, and just a warning to oncoming traffic to slow down if there is trouble ahead. We also have extra ammunition. This is shotgun ammunition here. We have several boxes of shotgun ammunition. It's 12 gauge we carry in the car. I can show you that later. We have a 12 gauge shotgun. And we also have a box of 50 rounds of Remington 38 ammunition. This is for your servicemen. It's just extra in case something really does happen out there. We have some ammunition that we can do something. That's extra. Also, we have a fire extinguisher. You can use this in case maybe somebody has an engine fire on the road, or if somebody's trapped in a vehicle and there is fire in there. Until the fire apparatus gets there, we can probably put enough of the fire out to do a little good before the fire. Okay, that's about it for the truck. I mentioned before about the shotgun in the vehicle, and I'll show you where that is. Here you go, up here, located on this wire mesh screen, there's a shotgun. It's up there, it's out of view, and it's easy accessible to the police officer. It's a 12 gauge Remington shotgun. It's a model 870. It holds 5 rounds of ammunition. We use the double-aught buckshot ammunition. Notice this wire screen here. This screen is in here in the back. It separates the compartment from the front compartment here. This protects the officer if he's like in Salem here. We ride mostly. The officer rides by himself. He's alone in the vehicle. So when he makes an arrest, the first thing he does when he makes an arrest, he pats down the vehicle. What he's looking for mainly is some type of a weapon. Whether it's a handgun that can be concealed, or a knife, or some type of weapon. That's what he does. He pats the person down. He then handcuffs the person, and he handcuffs every person we take in, whether he's a simple drunk or a murderer. No matter what he is, he gets handcuffed in the back. He's then placed in the prison. Once he's patted down and he's handcuffed, he's made safe, he's placed in the back of the car. And we separate all police officers by this wire mesh screen again. He's then transported back to the police station where he's processed. Okay, we're inside the station now, and once we bring a prisoner back, no matter what he is arrested for, we bring him back in here, and this is what we call the processing room, or the booking room. Okay? Number one, first thing we're going to do before we do anything, we give the prisoner a copy of his rights. Everybody's familiar with the Miranda rulings. And all Miranda ruling is a statement of rights. Everybody has their individual rights. And these rights rights. Before we ask you any questions, it is my duty to advise you of your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to consult an attorney before making any statement or answering any questions, and you may have him present with you during the questioning. You may have an attorney appointed by the court to represent you if you cannot afford or otherwise obtain one. And if you decide to answer questions now with or without a lawyer, you still have the right to stop the questioning at any time, or to stop the questioning for the purpose of consulting a lawyer. We then ask him if he understands these rights, and we put down here the time that we read these rights to him, the time they sign them, and he has down here he signs his name and we sign our names below it. And now he's been informed of his rights. I would take him over here and we put him on the booking sheet itself. This is going to have a case number on here. This is only the case number, meaning every time there is an arrest, it's assigned a case number. It's going to be 76 for the year, then a dash, and then the number 1, 2, all the way up to, depending on how many we make that year. This is his name, his residence, the offense, by whom he was arrested, where he was arrested, his date of birth, his height, his weight, his eyes, his build, where he was born, his mother's name, his father's name, his social security number, and so on. Okay. He also, while he is back here, there is a phone here. He has a right to make phone calls. He can't call his parents, or his wife, or her husband, or his lawyer, anybody, bail bonds, anybody. He has a right to make a call. Okay, after we've advised him of his rights and we put him on a booking sheet, the next process is to go over here to the photograph. Okay, what we do, we take the prisoner, we'll stand him up here in front of this wall here. It's a height shot. Then we'll give him a little marker like this. All it is it's just an ID number for him. We'll know what the photo number is and the case number and the whole thing. He holds this up in front of him here, and we take 2 pictures. We'll take one picture is going to be straight on, and this manner. It'll be a head-on picture. The other picture will be a profile shot. We'll be looking out the side. So we'll get 2 pictures, and the camera is right here. What we do, we just swing this camera right out, fly it right up, open it up, and then we just get right over here. And like I say, we'll take 2 pictures of the prisoner. Okay, after he's shut down. Okay, the next part of the procedure now, remember the first part was the booking procedure. We got his name, we advised him of his rights, let him make the phone call, then we put him up in front of the height board, we photographed him, took his picture, both a head-on shot and a profile shot. Then the next procedure in the booking process is coming right over here, and this is the fingerprinting. This is where we fingerprint the suspect. As you know, everybody in the world has a different set of fingerprints. There's no 2 sets of prints exactly alike. Okay, what we do here, we take 4 different cards. We take each individual's fingerprints, we take 4 times. Okay, one time is for the FBI, one card will be the FBI, another card for the state police, and then we have another card for Salem police for our own records. And then the 4th card is just this paper here. It's another form for the FBI. They in reality, you get two cards. But there's four sets of prints taken off of each individual. And this is done mainly by, the first thing, we just have the person being fingerprinted, we just have him wipe his hands dry with a piece of paper towel here. Just wipe, just to get all the moisture and everything off of his hands. Then he comes over here and we'll put a little ink on his pad, roll it right in there, like so. And we'll have the person stand up with his right hand and then his left hand, and we'll just roll that finger in the ink. And then the card will be situated over here, like so. Once we have that finger rolled in the ink, we'll come over and we'll start the rolling process. And it's done not by just jamming it down like that, but it's rolled. This way you get the whole print all the way around that hand. You go all the way down the right hand. The second row here will be the left hand, and then down at the bottom you'll take all 4 fingers simultaneously, like so. And then the same for the right hand over there. Okay, that about completes the arrest process. And the last process, okay, is in here. Okay, while he's awaiting to go to court, or he's awaiting a bail bond, which enables him to get out until such time as he has to go to court. Until he gets the money to get out of court or the trial starts, he's going to be detained in this cell. You can see there's not too much to these cells. They're not made for comfort. Okay, the mattress in here isn't, you can see it's all steel all around. There's a steel roof, a cement floor, and steel walls. And your mattress here is solid steel. There is a blanket in here. There is a sink and a toilet bowl. And that's about it. Okay, now we're in the actual cruiser. Got kind of a bad day out here with the rain and all, but this is where we spend most of the time. We work 8-hour tours, and unless we're making an arrest or doing a report back at the station, we're out in the car. And if we're not answering a call, we'll be just cruising around like this in the parking lot like we are now at the mall. And we're mainly looking just for anything out of the ordinary. Now in this particular area, we've been getting hit with stolen vehicles. Also, they've been ripping out the tape decks and CB units and all that stuff. So we'll make several passes through here during the day just to see if we can hold it down and possibly catch the person or persons that's doing this. Now, for anybody watching this film that's interested in becoming a police officer, I, for one, think it's an excellent job and an interesting job. I can say honestly, you don't get bored. Every day, something different is happening. But like I say, if you are interested in becoming a police officer, it might be to your advantage, although we only have to have a high school education as far as the requirements go. It's a real good idea to get something better than that. You have to really attend some college and go for at least an associate's degree in criminal justice. I myself have an associate's degree. I earned it at St. Anselm's College in Manchester, New Hampshire. I'd say 85 to 90% of the police officers on this department in Salem are attending some college, working towards at least an associate's degree. We have several that have already obtained an associate's. Some are working towards their bachelor's. But education, and not just criminal justice, but in any field, is important. You have to go for that education. Basically, with the qualifications to get on as a police officer in Salem, as a special police officer, the qualifications for the original appointment, our minimum age is 21. Our maximum age is 32. Our minimum height is 5 foot 8 inches, and your weight must be proportionate to your height. And here again, the education, you have to have at least a high school education, a graduate of some high school. But like I say, that's the minimum requirement. You're going to be competing with several people that are going to be putting in their resumes that have an education of a college level. So if you're thinking about becoming a police officer, you might think about going to some college. Also, under the qualifications for appointment, you have to be a resident of the town of Salem at the time of appointment. You have to qualify for a written test, you have to qualify on a physical test, and you have to qualify on a medical examination. You can't have an arrest record other than a motor vehicle violation. In other words, if you've been stopped in the past for speeding or a stop sign or some motor vehicle violation, well, that's all right. Unless you're a consistent violator, that isn't going to hurt you. You also have to have a valid New Hampshire motor vehicle operator's license, and you have to have 20/20 vision with or without corrective lenses. So in other words, you can wear glasses. As long as you have 20/20 vision with the glasses, you'll have no problem. Okay, now we're back at the station, and this day for me is ended. I hope through this film you've learned a little something about the police department and what we try and do. I'd like to end it by just saying that a police officer is many things. He's not only a policeman. He has to be a judge, a lawyer, a psychologist, and a social worker. He's all of these things. He's got a job to do, and he tries to do it to the best of his ability. The most important thing for being a police officer is common sense. You've got to have common sense. All the rest of it is just something extra. Thank you.